Can't wait.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my favorite car co-host, Jojo. How are you doing today, Jojo?
I'm on the run. I'm in the getaway car. I just saw who won HOH. I'm out of here. I'm
Oh
going to
my
the States.
God. I mean, okay, I had to say, I haven't posted it yet, but I took a video for the blind side we deserved for that head of household reign. We deserve that. We deserve the shocked faces. We deserved Kyle like smiling, but like his spirit left his body. Like we deserved all of that. And then just to all be taken away from us in moments.
I thought the edit was pushing a Betty win so hard. I was like, Betty's got it. It's 100% Betty. The editing really tricked me. They kept showing her. They're like, look at the reactions.
It was live.
Like,
it was live. So like they couldn't actually know. I don't think unless it was live and then they re-edited it. You know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I felt like watching it, I'm like, Betty's got it. Betty's gonna win it. It's her HOH.
Listen, though, I had a feeling that Gina was going to win it. Firstly, I pulled cards to see who I thought was going to win it. And I got Gino or Jacey-Lynne. One of the two people were like they had the best cards that would be good for that. And Marty was another person. Those are the 3 people that had decent cards for winning head of household. So I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Gino won from the card that he got. And now that I see this, I'm like, okay, so that was the winning card here for this. I had a feeling. I knew that it was going to be too good to be true to get Kyle out week 4.
Yeah.
Like, unless, I mean, we can speculate it in a moment after we go through the episode, but unless like Marty comes to him, Herman comes to him and tells them how that head of household reign really affected them and why they did that. And maybe they can get Gino on side. You know what I mean? Because that's a possibility.
It's an uphill battle for a lot of house guests this week, in my opinion. I could see it going a bazillion ways. So everyone should be worried. This could be Kyle 2.0.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to get to our speculations shortly, but let's just say hello to everybody. Hi, Agent Secret. Well, that was a roller coaster. We were on top, and now we're back at the bottom. At least Queen Summer is safe. Yeah, I mean, they knew that Summer most likely would be wanting to keep Josh, so it's not going to be that much of a blind side. I don't know how much she might have lied to them that she was keeping Steph, but I don't think that they would be as upset with her as they're. I think Herman is going to take a lot of bullets for this one.
I think Marty and Herman have definitely they're in the crosshairs. They could be, depending on how they spin this, but yikes.
Or they could just be like, we heard that this is the way that was going, and we decided to go with the house so we can keep it concealed. So they can say that.
I mean, that's a great spin until everyone else that's on the bottom starts talking to Gino. Because people are going to be this week. They do not. No one wants to hit the block. Gino has clear targets, but we'll get there.
Oh yes. Okay, so Marty, then Kyle, then Gino. I know, and Herman is the first one. But I really wanted a female identifying or a non-male identifying person to win this head of household. Just to shake at least that up a little bit. And the fact that it's an entire alliance that's won back to back to back, because if we pull Herman into that alliance, he was kind of in there this past week. One entire alliance has won back to back, which is not fun.
Nope.
Triple homicide. Oh, Jesus.
Fingers crossed.
I'm assuming Kyle is safe this week. Rest in peace, our hopes and dreams. Yes, rest in peace, our hopes and dreams. Kyle, I mean, not completely, because if they see that the entire house wanted to go against Kyle, I don't know if Gino is going to want to continuously be fighting that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to do the house's bidding.
Yeah.
To get in everybody's good graces.
Who knows if this is the week to do it, because I don't know. I'm going to need a couple days with the feed, or I'll need one night with the feeds to really figure out what's going on. Yikes.
A lot of kissy is going to probably be happening in the head of household room.
Ooh, between who and who?
I don't know. It's not Summer, guy. I know everybody wants Summer and Gino to be a thing.
But didn't you see?
Them
Did you see that clip?
with
And then he gave her
Jacey in the bed.
Yeah, and he gave her a kiss on the neck.
I think that's just flirting.
100%, but give it to me. I like a little flirt. Though at the same time, like Gino is lucky to have Summer even pay attention to him and make him interesting for a couple of seconds. Like he's so lucky to have her for a couple of minutes at a time. So, Lord.
So I is in the house. Hello, hello. Gino is so boring too. Like the edited show could give us nothing unless they show us Summer and Gino together. I didn't even read this comment before we started talking about them.
Yep.
I hope that a Jacey-Lynne versus Summer argument, Summer would end Jacey-Lynne. I don't think that there'll be an argument per se.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're not those girls. I just don't want them to be those girls. And I don't think Summer's jealous.
For a guy.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get there, to be honest.
Summer doesn't seem like someone who fights. She seems like she just moves on and handles business. I mean, I think that she's going to be kissing butt, like, and just like making sure that she's still on his good side. I don't think that there's going to be anything with Jacey-Lynne though, and her. This round.
I hope not.
I don't think. Agency just says, I mean, she auditioned because her ex-coworker, whom she hated, liked the show. I just hope there's fun feeds. I mean, I think that people are going to be scrambling. So it could be fun feeds.
Yeah.
Kevin could also be someone that could be a casualty of this head of household reign or win, because he definitely said that he was going to be keeping Steph. So I could see, pulling the trigger on Kevin just because he's not that close with them. He would probably try and salvage what he has with Herman and Marty over making them both the target. So who's going to take the fall for this move? Betty just got the Janelle BB22 treatment, robbed of a head of household. I mean,
not yet.
I didn't know how long the competition lasted, but like I was guessing it was at least an hour, right? So
yeah, I'd assume
everybody's
so.
just under guessed or really over guessed. Like when Marty did like 15,000, I was like, what? No,
yeah,
it's too long.
Yeah, I think my guess would have been like 3,400. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I was like 3,400, great number, but wouldn't have won. So, though I thought for a second it but if you were over, you couldn't win it. And I think he was over, but I guess
he was under by like very little. I thought.
Oh,
I thought it was 54
maybe.
something, like 54.60 or something.
Oh shit!
And he had like 54.30 or 40.
Ooh.
I didn't write it down. I could be wrong. I can rewind too. I'll check. I can check in a bit.
Amazing.
Pissed that Betty didn't win. I wanted Betty to win so badly. Who was the fourth person that was in that tiebreaker?
Marty, Gino, Herman.
Betty.
No, not Herman.
No, Herman was out first.
Moose, I think.
Moose.
Yeah. Moose would have been an interesting HOH.
Gino needs to dump Kyle for his game. That's something that could happen. It could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I just don't.
Prayer circle for Betty. Betty's not a big hit, but maybe if they make it seem like Betty was the ringleader, it depends on how it all gets spinned. Yeah. Yes. Hi, Hamza. It definitely was not the outcome that I wanted at all. Hi, Natalie. Why not take Kyle to the final two? It keeps pissing people off. That's true. Like he might get to that point where he's the person to keep in the game. But as far as I know, not many people want him in jury. So
at the same time, like unless Gino is just really not playing this game at all, sitting next to Kyle's most likely going at this point in the game. So keep him around, of course.
I don't ship Gino and Summer. It's just that Summer brings half a personality out of Gino. It's true. He does. She does. 15,000 is better than 1 billion. Like, what's his face that hooked up with Frazzled Franzel? Who? I don't remember now. Tell me right now. I can't remember right now who that was.
Oh, that blonde guy? What's his face? I don't know. He was so uninteresting. Corey.
Okay, but I was like Corey. The reindeer lover, right?
Yeah,
or
something
Christmas
weird.
lover?
Who knows? Oh,
The
Christmas,
blind
yuck.
side has already been a GIF on Twitter. I know I already took a video and like I'm waiting to post it right
Oh,
after this. I'm gonna post her. Okay, so let's just talk about this episode and then we can get back
let's.
into speculating. I'm sure we'll still continuously speculate throughout this recap, but this is episode 8 of Big Brother Canada 8. After, as Arisa says, the most chaotic reign in Big Brother Canada history. I have to concur. It was wild. And Arisa looked great tonight. Thank you for wearing a dress that looked good on you.
Yeah, I loved it. She looked good. I don't remember her shoes, but the dress looked nice.
I don't remember her shoes either, actually, but I love gold. Gold is like my favorite color, if it's even a color. And she looks good in it. So
Ooh.
I only noticed the body yaddy yaddy in that dress. So what do you give it out of 10 for this outfit?
I'd give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I'm there. 8.5.
Yeah.
It's not 9 yet. It needs maybe a little bit more pizzazz, but
Yes.
8.5. I'm winning here.
Maybe with a cape. A cape would have really sold me on it. A short little cape.
I'm into a good cape. A little capulet. A little
Yeah.
cape. I could get into that.
Mm-hmm.
So Tanisha is crying after the re-nomination. I felt really bad for her. Like, didn't she know that it was coming, or was it just like the sheer seeing it actually happen that sent her into like a emotional tailspin?
I'm assuming she knew, but still, like, it happening. I was like, I kind of laughed. To be honest, I really like her, but I laughed. Her tears. I was like, don't stop, don't cry. What are you doing?
It's true.
Yeah,
now everybody's like, oh, she didn't cry for me, so she doesn't care about me. Like, people will be able to notice when she cares about people in the game. Hi, Jess. Yes, this episode did deliver. I was worried that they weren't going to really show us kind of what was going on, because I liked last night's episode, but I just wish that they showed a little bit more of the back and forth, because like it was just so chaotic to watch. But they did a pretty good job, not gonna lie. And this episode, like, I have a lot of notes because they showed us quite a bit of stuff happening. So they're doing a good job with taking care of, showing what's been going on more so than past seasons.
Yeah, I mean, so much happened this week. So the fact that you could even fit it into how many episodes, pretty good. Only what I loved about last night's episode was that we didn't focus at all on the showmance, and we like that wasn't being pushed in our faces. So I really appreciated that. Tonight's segment, I'm like, get rid of it. No, I know it's their first kiss. I don't care. They'll kiss again. Make that their first kiss.
Cute.
I guess, but so many other things going on that I would have rather see.
But all this is happening, and still they're able to find love when all the destruction is happening around them. It's kind of like Romeo and Juliet, isn't it? Ooh. Not really.
They're not forbidden, no.
Yeah, and it's not like from two warring house. Maybe if they're on separate sides, that'd be kind of fun.
I would love to see that.
They are on different alliances, but they're meeting together for a secret and a clandestine kiss.
Play the middle together.
In the night. But they can't be together. They're voting on separate alliances.
God, and they both go about in a double eviction. Perfect. That's our story.
Or no, they think that one of them is going to go, and then they decided to kill them. Just kidding.
Love
they
it.
end their own game.
Murder.
They decide to go out because they thought the other person. They fall on their own sword in the game, and they try to get all the votes, but then they realize it's a double eviction, and they're both going to be going home anyways.
Love it.
Yes, you're right. It's double eviction is how they have to go out.
Yep, 100%.
Okay, I'm into this love story. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you, JL. Jess, why was JL crying when Josh got nominated? I think it's just because people like Josh and they don't want to see Josh go. And I think JL was assuming that Josh would be leaving for sure just because he's such a big threat. Just like Steph was like, I'm golden, baby. Like, Josh is such a huge target. They would be idiots if they kept him over me. So
yeah, I mean, I was, to be honest, I'm really disappointed in Steph. She really should have been campaigning a lot harder this week, and you know what, she got what she deserved.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't. I mean, I guess it's really hard when people are lying to you to know what's enough and what's like. if you're making any impact, they're like, yes, I'm voting for you. And if the head of house was saying like, I have the votes, I have the votes. So I guess from that perspective, it's hard to be able to tell whether or not you have the votes or not. But I guess the thing is that she didn't really make secured alliance with everybody.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that is the difference. Like if people are voting to keep you, like you kind of don't just want it to be like the house vote, and they're just doing what the head of a household says. You really want to secure these people are working with you.
Yeah.
And she didn't really put in that extra work. She just kind of relaxed
Sat
and was like,
back.
well, kicked your feet up. Don't kick your feet up in this in this game. Not this season.
Nope.
Who had Steph on their team? You did? Oh,
I did. It's okay. My first one gone.
It's the third Virgo gone, which is really interesting. So far, first out was Melina, Virgo. Second out was Jay. They're a Virgo.
Virgo, yeah.
Steph's a Virgo. So I'm definitely worried for the Virgos because Josh is a Virgo.
Oh.
Summer is a Virgo. I don't think Summer's going anywhere. But also Betty's a Virgo. So I would not be surprised if this is a Betty Josh nomination with the potential of like a Herman backdoor. You know what I mean? Or a Kevin backdoor.
Even a Tanisha. Like Gino has said Tanisha's name in the past. So I worry for her too. No.
At least we haven't gotten any e-votes this season. Absolutely. People do know how to vote. They do.
Thank God.
What's this new symbol? Do we know what that is? Or like
who did it?
I can't remember now. I meant to write it down. I just thought I would remember, and then I didn't.
I can't remember who did it.
Herman? I don't know. Moose?
The
chat will know. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't.
Come on, chat, help us out.
He voted. It was funny when Lindsay's mom did it. Yes, but Big D ruined the comedy of it. Yes, exactly. Like I don't want him to. Like, wasn't Julie Chen giving Big D a pillow with e-vote on it? So it's like I don't want him to have merchandise.
Thing. And Todrick did it once.
Yuck. Big D had a lot of issues with speaking. Could be ADHD, so I don't want to make fun, but I literally forgot that Big D said e-vote. Yes, we did learn that he has a little bit of what's it called? I can't remember. Not a version of aphasia, where mixing, it's kind of like a form of dyslexia, just like mixing up how things get formed. I don't know. He has made fun of himself on TikToks and other social media things that he hasn't been able to pronounce things properly or like mixes up how the words go. So not that I want to make fun of him, but he is seemingly aware that he does this at times, and so he has poked fun at himself for this. So just saying that.
I just think he's a total jerk.
You think that's true too. I agree. If Herman goes this week, I'd be fine with it. I'll be honest, I do not care. Herman is playing the best game in the house, and his game got slaughtered by this head of household. What? You agree?
I think he's playing a great game. I don't think he's playing the best game in the house. I don't know who
do you think is Kevin?
I don't know who is, to be honest. I think everyone has a little bit of flaw in them. I don't think there's
Herman,
a perfect game.
If this head of household didn't happen, he would have been sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
So 100%. I think that everybody's game was completely blown up by this head of household. And now with Gino winning, I don't know who's going to be able to bounce back the best.
Yeah. I don't know either. Hopefully, just as long as Summer's okay, I don't care.
Summer won't be going anywhere. Herman or Kevin can go over Betty, Summer, or Tanisha.
Yeah, I agree with that, to be honest.
I want Herman to stay, though, because I feel like the gaming is going to go out the window. He's the only person. Him, Jess, and Kevin seem to be, and Helena kind of, but she's a little bit wishy-washy, are the only people that seem to be gaming. And so I just don't want to take gamers out of the game just because we like other people, because it ends up getting boring, right?
100%.
Yes, they're entertaining as people, but if people are not trying to make moves, like it's boring. The reason why this was exciting this week is because people were working hard to make a move happen. And there's a lot of people that we like that were trying to not make a move because they didn't want to make any waves or be on the other side of the numbers. So wrong side, I mean. So oh no, we need Kevin to take out the Flopmans. Yes, but Kevin might be in trouble this week. Did you see that Todrick finally spoke out? What, saying that like production owes him money for his promos that he never did? His exit press?
I saw something about him saying that he would like talk about it more once the show opened, but that was a couple of days ago. I haven't seen anything lately.
Or was it when he was saying that he experienced like a lot of emotional distress and he tries to like not have any negative things in his life? Was it that?
I guess, but it sounds like there's a lot of negative things in his outside life. So,
well, it's like people aren't coming for you because you are a nice person.
No.
Like, so maybe take a look at your actions as to why you have had all this negative energy coming towards you. Like,
100%.
What? Spill the tea? Yes. Okay. So now I spill the tea. If it's not that, I feel like it could. I would have sent you that that post though.
Yeah.
Jojo.
Anything on his Insta? I feel like that's where he posts. He won't post on Twitter.
Yeah, he won't post on Twitter. Where is this one that I'm talking about? Oh, to you. Didn't I send it to you recently? Yeah.
Oh, I can't even check. I'm filming from my phone. Sorry.
No problem. So this is Todrick's post. So this has been the hardest month and month and a half of my life. But tonight, my 7th world tour kicks off in Seattle. I haven't avoided press because I'm afraid to comment on my experience on Big Brother, but more to protect myself and my mental health to make sure I could actually get my show on stage and fulfill my obligations to my fans and my paid employees. I have no desire to prove myself to people who were never rooting for me to begin with. But I do want to say the show is open because I feel you deserve it. Thanks to everyone who watched and supported me in the Big Brother house. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done, but I'm glad I did it. I am human. I'm a human being, a real one. I'm not always nice, not a work in progress, but that's the beauty of being human. Anyways, it goes on and going on and on. Is it that one? Is it that?
I read that. I read that one. I mean, good for you. I don't know, Todrick. Like, I don't know.
It's a lot longer. It's about double what I just read. But it's like, boo-hoo, Todrick. Like, but whatever. I don't need to. I don't support his concert. I don't want to wish him, anything bad. I don't want anything poor to happen to him. But I would love for him to just kind of recognize maybe why people are saying these things about him or didn't enjoy him in the Big Brother house. And just like, just own up to what he's done.
Watch the episodes, watch some feeds back, like
watch
get some
recaps
feedback.
As to opinions and just like perspectives. I mean, if I was on the show, even if I did well, I don't think I could watch it back. It's like, it's weird.
Yeah, I think I need a break before getting. Unless you're out early, then you can watch the entire thing. I don't care. I'd be like, whatever, I'll watch this. But
like so Jojo and I have played separate seasons of like a live Big Brother game, and the host of that game, they did like a rewind where they go and talk about the entire season again, like after like a couple years later. And like I couldn't even listen to it because when they get things wrong, it actually is really infuriating. Or like they say how I'm feeling or thinking about something, and like that's actually not what happened, or that's not how things went down. So like for me, it just makes me super anxious and like angry. And so I'm just like, I don't know if I want to relive it through your eyes. So I can understand that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would totally was a villain my season, and they really, really pushed into that. I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand why. But lots of buts. And I'll keep it at that.
Exactly. But how was it to listen to it? Like it was like it didn't get you angry? It would get me so angry.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. At all.
Totally with you. So Tanisha is definitely going to fight tooth and nail to keep Josh in the house. But then we get the confession of Kyle saying that I have the numbers. His confidence.
Ooh, I also heard the DR wanted him to wear a crown at some point. I did not see it tonight. I did not see a crown, any DRs with crowns on them, so
Maybe it was just like, did they have like crown music? They had kind of like, no, it was only the music that they had was with the Gino and Jacey-Lynne. That was kind of like,
yeah.
right?
Sexy
There
time
was some
music.
music there. Sexy time music.
Ooh.
Okay, so Josh wants to be the first Indigenous person to win Big Brother, and I would love that for him. I think that
Yep.
we see in this episode that he's so good at speaking to people and connecting with them. Like, I understand why he's like a doctor and like with children and stuff like that, because he didn't panic. You see, and he has a one-on-one with Marty at one point, which I thought was really interesting. That Marty was feeling guilty basically for coming for Josh, and so he decides to go and fess up to Josh and like be like, "I was the one last night that kind of mentioned to Kyle to put you up," and
Yeah.
he didn't freak out. He just like talked to him about how he wanted to work with Marty this whole time. Like, in his culture, he respects their elders and his elders, and like he really wanted to possibly work together. And I loved when he snuck in is like, well, is there any chance that you could vote for me to stay? Just like asking, is there any
Is
chance?
there any chance you can vote for me to stay? I also really like Josh, not just to look at. Yes, he is
So cute.
beyond beautiful, but I have to say I was really bothered to hear in the diary room that he would go to the fountain with Marty. I was like, what the heck? No, I do not want that for either of you.
It's not
Get
going to
Marty out of
happen.
here. I
People will
hope
take
not.
him out. I don't think that he would uh like, I think that he wouldn't vote him out necessarily or target him, but I don't think that Marty's going to get to the end. And if it's like between like Tanisha or Summer, somebody that's been riding with him the whole time, I can't imagine him saying like, you know what, I want to take Marty to the end. Like, I don't think so. But
I hope not.
I think
But
that
who
he just
knows?
wants to say that he respects Marty as
Sure.
being an elder that he can learn from, and he doesn't plan on targeting him. I think that that's more what he means. I hope.
I hope too. God.
I hope.
Hope a lot of things this season.
So yes, Jacey-Lynne was crying. She loves Josh. To Steph and Jess was in the room. Jess was irritated, obviously, because they don't like Steph very much. I believe that they were saying that Steph is quite rude to them.
Yeah.
And then they really like Josh and really would prefer Josh to stay in the game. And so Jess kind of excuses themselves from the room and was like, I need some time on my own. I need to not be around you guys.
Yeah, totally fair. I love Jess. I'm just gonna say it. I really
Because
love
it's because
Jess.
they're a Taurus. I know that's why.
Yeah, but I didn't. I do know that, and I do love that. But Jess has really grown on me, especially since like seeing the first day on feeds, and I thought like, oh God, they're going out early. They're playing a messy game. This is bad. I feel like they're doing a very good job, and I'm rooting for Jess. I hope they're okay
I
this week.
forgot about Jess, though, potentially being an option
I
for
know.
Gino.
I know.
The people that don't get along with Gino for the most part are going to be in the most trouble. So I think it could be a Betty Jess thing. I forgot about Jess being a possibility here for a nomination.
Yeah.
I can see it. I feel like Betty though might be the person that's going out. If I'm thinking about the tarot cards, I think it's going to be Betty. For that reason, so with the tarot cards, Steph and Betty both got the 3 of Cups in reverse. So
Okay.
I thought it was going to be wild if both of them were on the block at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my goodness, like the cards perfectly predicted that. But then Steph went out third with like a 3 of Cups in reverse. That makes sense to me. Like a celebratory card is in reverse that kind of blocked the celebration third week. It made sense to me that would be the card for Steph to go out on. So I wouldn't be surprised though if like that would mean that Betty goes out next, according to like that particular card.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And with the head of household. Because like I wouldn't be surprised if Gino just wants to do something easy that everybody can get on board with.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see who's in Gino's ear tonight. What are
Well, it's
nominations tomorrow?
Kyle.
Kyle for
Well, it
sure,
might
but I mean,
be.
other people are gonna be like really. This is gonna be the first time that Gino actually has to talk game, which I'm kind of interested in seeing because he doesn't talk a lot at all.
Mm-mm.
So I'm looking forward to, I don't know, figuring out if he's actually playing.
Well, he's definitely playing enough to know that wall. I knew he knew that wall because he was studying with Kyle a lot and he knew all the answers. And how he was
Yep.
studying was backwards. So he was memorizing all the prices. And then, like, instead of like, so he was getting people to like say, like, give me the price and then I'll tell you what the item is. And so
Love
he
that.
was reverse studying. And so I think that that's why he knew the numbers better than people. You know what I mean? It was easy
Yep.
for him to be like, no, I know that wasn't the number was higher, or you know what I mean. It was just easier for him to detect because he studied the numbers more than he studied the item. So
Smart.
he did a good job. He knew that comp was coming and he nailed it.
Yep.
So I am says, I hope that Kyle and Marty leave the game and become self-aware about how uncomfortable it was for them to say that side of the house and name
Yep.
only people of color. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is quite problematic. Hopefully they'll have some perspective. I'm sure that people will give them a little bit of a clue in.
You would hope so.
Hi, Sudani Speaks. You haven't seen the episode yet. Well, it's a great episode, so definitely check it out. And thanks for stopping in on the live. Also, I actually know Jacey-Lynne. We're from the same hometown.
Ooh.
Sudani, speak more. Tell us about Jacey-Lynne. Do people like her a lot? Is she, super popular? I guess that's all I really want to know. Is she popular? Is she likable? Do you like her?
Yeah. Curious.
Any gossip, like high school gossip or anything like that?
Yes. Did she ever
Where's
poop in a
Jacey-Lynne
tub?
from again? I forget where she's from.
I'm assuming, it's awful to say, but Alberta?
Edmonton, Alberta? Yeah, it's my guess is Alberta, but is she the Thunder Bay person? No, she has so many medals.
No.
I feel like she would be somewhere a little more of a bigger city.
Yeah, I think she's West Coast. Ish.
Really? Or Thunder Bay. It's West Coast or Thunder Bay. Chat, do you guys remember?
Help.
Well, Sudani, you can tell us where you're from.
Yeah.
I think that Marty would win if he got to the final two.
I think it depends.
Not against Josh, I don't think.
No.
Because so far, the people that are going out, like now, if it's Stephanie going out, well, I think that Josh would still have the votes.
Yeah, I don't know if Marty could win in a final two, to be honest. Maybe against Kyle or Gino. Or maybe Kevin if people are.
Maybe Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's hope he's there with Summer. And Summer can sweep.
Yes. So Jess is so fun. They don't care about being the nicest person in the house. They're so entertaining. Yep. Yes.
Yep.
But that is a problem because they don't have numbers or an alliance that's going to protect them. Yep. So it will be very easy for people to just put them on the block and take them out because they don't have a group of people to fear. So yep. I do fear that they might be a casualty of this head of household win.
Yeah, they need something solid.
Maybe Gino would do that thing where you don't have to speak and everyone else will spill the yeah, actually that's possible. People might just give him tons of stuff. Just listen. She's always been kind to me, but her and her friend group in high school were known to be problematic, racist, and homophobic. I did hear about some homophobic or racist tweets that were from she was a teenager, but I do remember that. And a bunch of her old tweets came back when they were leaked. Yes, I did see the old tweets. And it is Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay. Oh, that's nice.
Okay. And I know someone recently, she wanted to befriend to have a gay best friend. Not a great look. Her little sister was running her Twitter and had to delete it from all the drama of her old tweets. Ooh. Tea. Sudani. That's tea. Thank you very much for sharing. If you have any other goss, bring it out, please. Yes, it's unfortunate that these problematic tweets have resurfaced. I definitely understand though a little bit about teenagers in, saying things that they actually don't mean just to fit in, to be cool, thinking that's a cool thing to say, cool way to act. I can give grace and forgiveness for a teenage person saying things that are offside. So I'm going to give her some grace here, but it's just not a great look, though, to see them all come out.
Yeah, you think I don't know about you, but if I'm ever cast on a reality show, you better believe I'm deleting like everything. Just not that I'm like a problematic person, but just to be safe. Let's
well,
get
at my
like
birthday, we were talking about it, right? And so we were all having dinner and be like, oh my God, if like if we were ever on, like if we had stuff going on and we had all these cameras and we had like, Twitter and like, you know, iPhones and it recorded like my high school and like young adult life, like I'd probably be canceled. Like,
yeah, I
I
think
would definitely have to clean everything up. I mean, I'm sure I've said things that are offside. Like I know a couple things that I thought was funny as a Halloween costume that I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Never again.
You know?
Yeah, my grade 8 browser history would be just destroyed. Jelly donuts today. I love
yes,
it.
you are Jelly Donuts bringing in the tea.
Woo!
Jelly Donuts and Natalie, the tea spillers. Adrian also is a tea spiller at times too. Oh, Jonathan will cast you on a reality show. Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Jinx.
That'd be awesome.
Unjinx. Yeah. Thanks, Jonathan.
It's gonna happen. It has to.
We'll see.
Maybe it's gonna be the Survivor. Maybe let's put it out, not Survivor, but whatever that new show
that
is.
100-day
put
thing.
it out there that it's open to everybody around the world. Or at least Canadians and Americans.
I mean, it's 50 days is a big ask for a lot of people. So maybe they'll say, you know what? Let's open this up a little bit. Let's give Canadians a chance too.
I would do my best to get on that show. Like I would actually try hard. Because it would be the best opportunity for us both to try to be able to get on that.
Yeah, just pile up my wrists with bracelets and money.
That's our video. It's just like our arms covered in bracelets. It's like this is the blood of the you know.
The others.
Take it from them.
Yes.
Okay, so we see Josh and Summer talking. I loved seeing their relationship, and you know, Josh is like, I have you in my corner, right? And she's just like, of course you do. And she's like, I want to get rid of Kyle. Like, I loved how much she was not fangirling over Kyle and how supportive she was of Josh.
Yeah. Me too.
I loved her line saying like, oh, he's shooting blanks like up here and from down here.
Summer kills me. I love Summer. I love Summer so much more than I even thought I would.
Jonathan's not a fan of Summer. I'm sorry, I just added you, Jonathan. He finds her to be too Canadian or something. He said he said it online, so it's not completely outing him. But
God,
I like Summer. I find her fun. I think like I would want to joke around with her in the house. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we just like hang out and just like.
And then I target her. I target her at like 6. I'd be like, okay, I love you, but you gotta go. Love you, bye.
Exactly.
No money for you. Sorry.
Oh my God, but this is when we were so excited still that potentially that it would be a back door for Kyle next week and just like back door. And I was like, yeah, back door, get him out of here. That was when we still had hope. God. So Kevin and Jess are working together undercover, which I really like. I do feel as though they need each other. So please continue to work together. But hopefully they'll be able to come out of this week, both of them, but worrisome.
But sure. I also have to say, like, look back a week ago, we were so upset about Kyle winning HOH. We're thinking like one of our faves is going home, and it was Steph. So we dodged one bullet. I don't know if we can dodge a second, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we can't get always what we want in Big Brother. So we got something huge, though. That blindside was pretty awesome. It would have just been so nice if Betty won that head of household. Even if Moose won, it would have been delightful.
I do love the idea that no one has won something twice yet. That's like 10 comps, 10 people. It's amazing. I love that.
No, it's 9 different people have been on the block,
right?
And every single competition's different winners.
Yeah. So 7 now.
7 now. Mm-hmm.
Love that.
So Sinani says, and also thought I'd mention that although the tweets were from high school, there are people who know Jace in our town as she is now as an adult who has not done the work to unpack her past behavior. Wait. She is now an adult who has not. So they're saying that she's not
done the work.
More woke.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she does when she leaves the house, but who knows? I mean, maybe if she wants to be popular and get like brand deals and stuff like that, like she's gonna want to clean that up a bit.
Just a decent human being.
Yeah, you know. Also, Kurt Face and Summer Herman so entertaining. I know. I really think Herman is entertaining too. He's very funny. I find. I liked Herman way more than I thought I was going to like him. I thought he was going to be kind of a sleazy kind of car salesman type guy and flirting with the ladies, wanting a showmance, but
still he's a little sleazy.
But a little bit. Not too bad. He made out with Steph. Who cares?
Yeah, there's some charm in there.
He I would probably like hang out with him, joke, and like maybe make out with him sometimes. Like I'm not interested in him, but like he'd just be there, and I'd just be like, oh, okay. Like,
he could sell me a car, and then I'll be like, okay, backseat. All right, let's do it. Christen her.
So Jess needs Josh to stay here, and so I was really happy that they were adamant about making that happen. I love that everybody was adamant about keeping Josh in the game. Summer was saying it. Tanisha was saying it. I loved that the support that he had, and the fact that nobody was just going to just bow down to King Kyle and let him get Josh out of the game. I love that they fought back.
Me too.
Great.
Yeah.
So I want to love Betty, but her gameplay is terrible. The fact that she felt it was necessary to confront Kevin about like, did you know that was happening? Like whether he did or he didn't, like you do not come at somebody that you're not working with, that you clearly don't like, about the renom that wasn't you. Like chill, like
relax, Betty.
Like, and the fact, he's like, well, I'm not gonna tell you whether or not I knew or didn't know, but I think that we should create a fake fight in order so that people, like, whatever. I think it's like a good idea, especially if he doesn't like him. Like, okay, like make a big deal about it. And he was trying to actually kind of work with her.
Yes.
And she took it as him actually coming for her. And I think he just left the room because he's just like, ugh, she doesn't get it.
No, she doesn't get it. And she was like, there was something, I can't remember the word for word, but there was something, she said, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Cut this out, edit. She said something that just pissed me off. I was like, but you are like yelling at him. You are coming for him right now. And
she said annoying. She's like, yeah, I am. No, I don't like you. Yeah, I am yelling at you, but you just told me that you were going to come for me. It's like,
God, Betty asking for it.
Because I said that we should fake a fight. So he was like laughing when he's like, I'm coming for you.
Yes.
What, you're coming for me? Like, yeah, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, Betty, coming for you. Out of here.
And so he just kind of left with like, she doesn't really get it, but whatever. No, she's so inconsequential to him. Like he's just like, whatever, I can't play with her. Whatever, she can hate me. Who cares? I agree with you. I am. Yes. I want Summer to win over Herman, absolutely, but I do think that they're both the most entertaining people in the house so far. Yeah, this game is not for Betty to win. I think Betty's out this week, actually. I could see like Kevin, watch him throw Betty under the bus and be like, it was all her plan. Like she was so mad that Kyle kept on saying that she's going to put her up and then doesn't. Like she just wanted to really stick it to like something like that. And if it gets blown up, it's like, that's not true. Like she's going to look like the bad person, right?
Yeah.
Because she was already a target. And Kevin just could be like, I can't do anything right by this woman. She's always just yelling at me. And then they just might take her out.
It's fair. My wife's at home probably crying over this, over Betty. You guys will be friends after this. I know it. No way.
So Summer, Tanisha, and Helena kind of form something in the Expedia room. I wish that Helena wasn't so wary of everybody. The only person that she seems to be talking to candidly is Kevin, but everybody else is like, I don't know if I trust them. Oh, I don't know if I could say, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you're gonna have to trust some people. So I'm happy that Tanisha, well, I don't know if this was great for her game, but she does mention the 7-person alliance that Kyle blew up.
Yep.
So that was a sign of trust to show Helena. And so Helena does mention that she told Kyle that he had her vote. So there's a level of trust that's maybe building. I would love for them to actually bring working together, because what happened to Mandems?
Yes, please. I mean, there was more to that conversation. Helena also mentioned the fact that Kyle invited her into a 5-person alliance for her to be the 5th joiner to the boys. And I think that's when Helena started getting a little like, oh crap, what should I do here? Am I truly playing the middle? Should I pick a side? What do I do? Because I
mean,
think
everybody's going to say that we heard the numbers were going this way, so we didn't want to be on the wrong side of the numbers. It was last minute. It was a last minute thing. It was a last minute thing. Why did you tell Gino and Jacey-Lynne? Because it was a last minute thing.
Yeah, happened 10 minutes ago. And everyone's different stories. Oh.
So Gino, Jason, Kevin are all in the bedroom together. Kevin's feeling the awkward vibes. He decides to go get butter chicken. We see the kiss that you didn't care to see. I mean, I have both of them on my draft, so I'm fine with it because my draft team is Team Venus Love. And so am I an oracle here? Did I predict this?
Maybe. It's possible.
I definitely had a feeling that was going to happen. So Justice also comes in to collect their bed sheet, and it was an awkward moment in between them kissing and not. It was really awkward, but I didn't mind seeing it. Didn't at all. Jacey-Lynne does say sorry, mom and dad, for kissing on camera, but that head of household room is gonna have a locked door. So
a shower,
stool,
stool.
Or didn't I also hear that Jackson banged Holly in the bed while someone was
probably
he was behind her in the bed, and then someone was on the other bed talking to her. She's just
yeah.
I'm so not a fan of Jackson. He's not my cup of tea at all.
Yuck.
So we do say Jacey-Lynne and Steph talking, kind of quite confident about Steph staying. She thinks that she has the numbers 100%, which is, it just, obviously I don't want anybody to completely have egg on their face, but the fact that she was so confident, I was like, girl, you can never, ever actually be that confident, ever. No. Even when you do have the votes, you can't be that confident.
Gotta be on top of them.
I was like, oh, this is going to sting. And then I was like, oh my God, but somebody's going to blow it up. Tanisha was saying that she wanted to warn Steph. And I was like, Tanisha,
don't you dare.
I like you right now. I want to see the face crack of Big Brother Canada history.
Yes.
And we got it. We did get it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was so good. So we see Marty and Kevin talking. Kevin is doing a really good job about creating doubt and distrust with Marty and the boys. I love the fact that he's like, well, Canada only gives out powers when people think that when they think you're in danger. So maybe you're in danger. That's how I would look at Canada's vote. Why would they give you a power when you're with your closest allies? And he's like, that's true. You brought something to my attention. Right. That's true. That's true. And I'm like, that's so good. So I love that. I love that he put some doubt in those two guys, into Marty. And it's kind of backfiring for the fact that Gino won power now, but definitely he could easily say hey, I was worried because Canada gave me that power that maybe you guys were lying to me. I think he can play it off. I think.
Well, yeah, I don't know how much confidence I have in Marty as a player. I mean, he really should have known that being from the East Coast, he's going to most likely receive the most votes.
Yes.
So that's kind of embarrassing that he let Kevin play it, but brilliant by Kevin. I love that. I love slyly trying to use production to your advantage in the game. I think that's great.
This is information from the outside world, so I think that it's fair game.
100%. And he mentioned at some point telling someone like, pay attention to the order that people go to vote.
I always do.
Yeah.
And this one, I knew that from how they did it, that
blowout.
Yeah, it was gonna be a blowout.
Yeah,
100%. I knew. I was like, oh yeah, this is the order for when they only have 2 votes to deal with.
Yes, and we'll go to commercial break and come back and then
yes, to
finish
make
it
it
off.
seem like there's some tension.
Yeah, none.
So Danny says Summer and Gino flirting are more fun to watch than Jace and him. Yes, but I think that he is going to get into more solid with Jacey-Lynne. I don't think that he will have a showmance with Summer unless Jacey-Lynne is out of the game, but I think that Jacey-Lynne's going to go far.
Yeah, screw both of them. Like Summer, Team Summer, 100%. Give her the win. All that matters.
Yeah, it was 21 with the stool. Yes, Holly was taking sips of water while Jax was pounding and talking to Christy and Elise in the bed 2 feet away from them.
Oh my god.
So gross. Gosh, I didn't like him, but I did find it loosely entertaining to see him unravel a little bit on TikTok a couple months ago. Like he was just like thinking that Holly was like everything that Holly was doing was like about him, and so that back and forth was a little bit messy. So that was slightly entertaining.
It's very Kanye.
Very Kanye. Very. He's banned from Instagram apparently. Kanye.
Good. Bye.
Yeah. So this is when Marty decides to have that heart-to-heart with Josh, being honest, just because he's feeling a little bit like nervous about the fact that maybe he's being played, and then got Josh put up on the block. So he does go and have that talk that we kind of already talked about. Mm-hmm. He thinks that he's the swing vote. I'm like, Marty, you're not even the swing vote. So like, relax. Like you don't have that much power, babe. So Herman, as we know, is going to go 110 for the head of household, and he wants Kyle gone. Kyle is his target. And we're like, Kyle is everybody except for 2 people's target, like, or maybe 3. But like, oh man,
yeah,
so annoying. So what do you think about the alliance, the village voice that Kyle proposed to Marty?
The village. Now, I didn't get it.
So the village voice, I think I could be making this up. It might have been the name. Was it the name for our like school newspaper? It might have been, or it was a school newspaper in like our town. Like it was something to do with high school. I remember the village voice from.
Right.
I think it might have been our high school newspaper, but it's basically like it's like a news, like the town, like they don't call the shots, but they deliver the news usually.
Yeah, I thought it was an awful name. He was workshopping so many. I'm like, just.
What about the shed? You didn't like the shed?
I don't like Kyle anymore. I don't like Kyle.
Oh my god! But you get to do this though. You get to do this in the diary room.
God, who cares?
I'm like, Value Village would be better.
Yeah, 100%. I would love that. We're the Value Village Alliance.
Like Vivi, I call it like Village et Valeur, Vivi.
Love it.
If you guys don't have Value Village in the States, it's like
a thrift shop,
Goodwill, like a thrift shop. And it has everything. So it has clothes, shoes, housewares, books, and stuff like that.
Groceries.
Secondhand groceries.
No, they don't have groceries. Can you imagine? They're like, oh, this has been in my fridge for a long time. I'm gonna donate it. Here.
Like I don't even eat food from the dollar store. Like it's just like it just looks. But my friend just says it's just like everything looks so dusty. Even if it's not dusty, it just seems dusty.
I once had a Ferrero. What do they call it? Those chocolates?
Ferrero Rocher. Yeah.
Found maggots. Never.
No!
Yeah. Could never have one again. I was horrified. I my face went red, tears, snot. I mean, like really bad experience. I will never buy food from the dollar store. I just cannot trust it. Or even like this, even like 7-Elevens or like Rabba, I won't get chocolate or anything. Anything that's like up against the cashier's area. I just know so many people have been in front, like their crotches are right there, their bags, everything. You'll never buy it. You'll look at it differently from here on out. You go, I don't want it. I mean,
I don't buy those things anyways, but like, ew.
Yeah.
Ew, maggots. Ew, crotch chocolate. Crotch chalk.
Oh, crotch chalk. Oh.
It's so gross. Agent Secret says, yes, Holly was taking. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi Anna, thanks for being here. So Kyle not realizing his power has completely faded after read-ons was so funny. Yeah, he's just like thinks that like people are still doing what he has to say, like what he says. No, babe, your power's
HOH
done.
played so poorly, so bad.
Crotchers, yes.
Anna.
Ew.
Oh,
Crotches.
all I can think of.
I'm trying to think of a chocolate name like Crotchers.
Yeah,
crotchlettes.
Crispy crotch.
Crispy crotch. Milky crotchlettes.
Oh God.
Crunch.
Crunch.
Crotch.
That's it. Yep, that's it. New brand. Let's do it.
Crunch right here.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, that's awful. As a student, I'm a dollar store frequent shopper. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put down the dollar store, but yes, I totally get, it's
I love the dollar store. I love the dollar store. I just can't do any treats from it.
Any food. I can't do any food. I am scared of the food from there, to be honest. But everything else I'll buy from there for sure. Like, I buy a notebook like every week. Not right now, but all my other notebooks used to be from the dollar store. But then I got some new ones in the mail. Yeah, I buy stuff from the dollar store. All my light bulbs are from the dollar store. But
batteries,
dollar store. Yes.
Yeah.
Crafts. Yes. Oof. Solo cups. Yes.
Like, even gloves. I got a great pair of winter gloves there once. I could use my fingertips.
Touchscreen.
Yep. Love that.
Yeah, but edibles, I can't do it. So be careful, Sudani. Please. So sorry though, I didn't mean to insult anybody about the dollar store, but I just have had negative experiences, kind of like you, Jojo.
A long time.
Oh, the dollar store Lunchables are so good. I'm so sorry. We don't have Lunchables, I don't think, at the dollar store, but I would definitely not be eating them from there.
No.
Personally.
No.
Oh, maybe
Lunchables.
Chips maybe. But
oh yeah, I think I've gotten a bag of party mix.
And maybe candy.
No, I can't. I can't do
like,
it.
Not even like I still don't. I don't really have those things anyways. But like not even like Sour Keys kids or anything.
No, I don't like the brands there, but like maybe a Mike and Ike's. I can do a Mike and Ike's from the dollar store.
Until they're all like hardened together or something, and with like the white coating.
Just toss them.
So Village Voice is dumb. The sign's dumb. Kyle wants to solidify Helena with her vote, and so she fully lies to him to his face, which was great because it's 6-5 right now, but 7-4 would be even better. No, 9-2, not for you is even better, Kyle. Sorry.
9-2, what a blowout.
So Kevin is working on Marty still. Kevin is saying like, I will say that I flipped. If Marty's a swing vote, he said that he will fess up and be like, I flipped, which I think is something that he probably would do, but he won't now. I don't think, especially since like it was such a large majority. Yeah. And I'm hoping that because it was a large majority, that will take a bit of the sting out of Gino wanting to get revenge necessarily, because it was pretty much everybody. So I think he's just going to take out the person that is bad for his game and Jace's game.
I just don't know how much of a gamer he is. When it comes down to it, I think Gino, if he has cards, he's been playing them really tight to his chest, besides with his boys and his showmance. Like, this will be the week to prove to me that you're here to play, that you're here to win, that you're here to talk game. I hope that happens, but I'm not counting my eggs before the chicken hatches them. No, that doesn't make sense. Not counting my chickens
before they hatch. The eggs hatch. Yeah. I thought Stephanie though at the eviction ceremony looked gorgeous. I thought she looked really, really pretty.
Yep.
I thought that Josh's speech was so good because it was like a little dig to King Kyle, Oof. And he's just sitting there like all proud of what he's done here, and so. And then we get the damn vote, and it was a blowout, and it was just so exciting. The face crack of BB Canada history. And we see Stephanie walk out that door. I don't think she hugged anybody, not that I saw.
Not that
Walks
I saw
out.
either.
She's like pissed that everybody's such good liars. Tells even Arisa, everybody's such a good liar. They lied to my face. And they're playing something big is going on. There must be something going on. I saw Summer like smiling, and I was like, I knew something was going on. It's like, she didn't like you. Like, that's pretty much it. And she wanted Josh to stay. But so that was the end of Steph in the game. She wasn't really playing hard, so I didn't really care about losing her. I know she's from your team, so that's a little bit sad, but
I didn't really care either, to be honest. I was fine with Steph going.
Yeah.
Was it a shocker for the week? Absolutely. Was it a waste of an HOH? 100%. Steph could have lasted a little while longer.
To start, just don't put up people from your own alliance, and that won't even be a possibility. So
yeah.
Like, even when he got the new information, he could have not put Steph on the block, put Moose and somebody else up on the block, Moose and Betty, whatever. Yep. Like, the fact that he didn't want Steph to leave ever, like, don't put her up on the block then. There's nobody's a pawn ever.
No.
Because everybody's playing their own game, so nobody's going to just allow them to be the pawn.
You have to be okay with someone going home, like, no matter who it is. If you're nominating someone, you kind of have to be a little okay with them going.
Yep, 100%. So Steph was pissed on her way out, and it was satisfying to the blind side, I gotta say. Kyle's smiling, being like, I don't know what happened. But like, it felt so good just to see him like trying to keep up appearances. It's like
doing his best.
So good. All right, so we do see the head of household competition. It was pretty basic. It was higher or lower, staying in that game show kind of theme. Guessing they had a wall that's in the pantry that has different price tags to different items on the wall. Yep. And so you had to tell whether or not the price was higher or lower. So at the first one, Herman was the only person that got it wrong and was out of the game. So do you think that he was trying to make himself look like less of a threat? Just be like, oh, like, I'm stupid, I'm dumb. Like, do you think that that's the way that, instead of like gunning for the head of household and then losing?
I assume that he threw it right away, but I think that's the worst way to throw a comp. Like, wait 2 or 3. Unless you genuinely don't know the answer and can just say, like, I wasn't studying, guys. I don't know. Sorry.
Agreed. Danny stepped in campaign and expected to stay in the house. That blind side was deserved. Absolutely deserved. She didn't do anything to stop that from happening.
Nope.
I have to wait and watch the episode for their uploaded. Where can you watch it? You watch it on TV.net. I think you can watch the live episodes there. Also, I believe videobrother.net will play them live.
Ooh.
But you wouldn't be able to rewind, though. I don't think. I don't have TV, but can't wait to watch the episode. Yes. So yeah, it does take a little bit of time for it to come up. I don't know of anybody that maybe streamed it on Twitch. That I do not know. But if you have a VPN, you can also watch it from the Big Brother Canada website. So that's something you can think about. Oh no, wait, Sudani, you're in Canada.
Yeah. Global. How long does Global wait to release? The next day?
Maybe the next day or maybe midnight.
Oh.
Big Brother.
Yes.
BigBrother.net. Yeah, you can watch it there. God, I hate BMX. The chat is horrible. I don't look at the chat, but yeah, I agree. The chat is horrible. Yeah. Video Brother.
I really want to participate though in Small Sister. I think I would do very well in Small Sister.
What's that?
Big Brother, Small Sister.
Oh, it's just like a completely different. Okay, I thought it was actually something for real. I was like, okay.
Convinced you.
I mean, I'm down with Small Sister.
Let's do Small Sister.
Small Sister. So it's like Small Sister is not watching you at all. No eyes are on you. Completely avoiding you. Like
it's Love is Blind and pods.
Oh, and then you still have to vote people out.
Only the voice. Yeah, only the voice.
Interesting. I guess it's kind of the circle.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe like if you win a challenge, you can see.
You'd have to still be yourself though, and talk to people through a wall.
Yeah,
but
you could touch them.
Don't get to see them. Oh, you get to touch them. Okay,
yeah,
but blindfolded.
The wall is like that Freddy Krueger wall that you can like go through, like when someone's asleep. You feel it? Yeah. So I visualize.
Jonathan, are you listening? This is our new concept.
Small
We are
sister.
trying to pitch a new reality game. So we'll see.
Small sis. Yeah.
So yeah, he runs out the first, and then a couple rounds later, pretty much half the house goes. So Summer, Jacey-Lynne, Tanisha, Jess, Helena, and Josh all go out one fell swoop. Kevin's out next. And then, as we mentioned before, the final four was Moose, Gino, Betty, and Marty. And obviously, we were hoping that it was going to be a Betty win. We went down to a tie-breaking question. Gino was the only person that was actually close.
Yeah.
And he is the new head of household. So one of the only two people that are on the wrong side of the vote this time around. One power to save him, his showmans, and the tyrant Kyle will most likely be saved this week, unless it can be convinced that to put things back in order in the house, Kyle may need to be sacrificed. So that's what I'm hoping for.
I just doubt it so much because they're such like final two bros in it together. It's gonna take a lot of work from a lot of people for Kyle's name to even come up as an option. But fingers crossed, it'd be beautiful.
If Gino is trying to,
stick
protect
around
himself the next week, right? Because like if he doesn't take out Kyle per se, whom everybody else will be coming for, like he'll be sitting on the block next to Kyle 100%.
Yeah. And
then
if Kyle
wins the veto,
and...
he could be the one that goes out. So if he wants to try to rebalance the house and maybe put himself back in a good position, he might want to consider Kyle being the person that's the target. That's the house target.
Yeah, I just also wonder like how much Gino really wants to win, because he said it a couple of times that he's not really in it for the money. He's pretty well off.
Who, Herman or Gino?
Gino.
Oh.
Gino's been like, I'm good outside of this house. Like, I don't need the money. So a part of me is like, I don't know if he's really playing to win since day one. But maybe we'll see a different... I don't know. I don't know his game well enough. I don't see it.
Yeah. So I'm not religious, but all things are possible through goals. Let's start praying for a Kyle eviction. I definitely believe in goals. I definitely believe in the power of manifestation, but I also believe that the BB gods do not respect the super fans' wishes. And I have that belief, and that belief I think is stronger than my desire to have Kyle gone. So I don't think that we'll get what we want, but I'm definitely hopeful.
Yeah.
Kyle's HOH week was so exhausting to watch, and then Gino winning head of household right after. Like, why couldn't we get anyone else to win? Anyone, even Jacey-Lynne might have been better.
Yeah,
because then she could at least start to solidify things in her like for herself and like gain some numbers and stuff like that. She's gonna have to still make some nice, but this is gonna be an opportunity for them to make some new groupings and foundations.
Yeah, together.
Do you know what though? The 7 could still come together, right? And be like, listen, like when he put up Moose, that was completely going against the 7, and we just wanted to retaliate against that, and we knew that you were too close to Kyle to let that go down.
But the
fear. Sorry, but go ahead.
Sorry, the fear of the POC alliance has been there, and it's been there all week, and they manifested it themselves. Like Kyle manifested that. That was not necessarily a thing until this week, until you said it was a thing.
It's true.
So
Anna wants Kyle to stick around for another week. I mean, I also wanted him to go out like the 4th Virgo. I also wanted him to go out the 4th week, like the last 2 Big Brother Canada Kyles were both out the 4th week. So just for those kind of stats, like I really want him gone this week.
Yeah.
Gino is enough of a game player to keep Jacey-Lynne at arm's length. Well, not now, but before.
But is he much of a player, Anna? Really? I don't see.
Well, he was saying that he didn't want to when she was up on the block the first week. Like he warned her, but he didn't try to stop it. So
fair.
I'd be so down with the Jacey-Lynne head of household because it wouldn't be freaking Gino, Kyle, Marty alliance. Absolutely. Fear of the POC alliance. What? Where? Explain. Yeah. So basically, whenever Marty was saying like the other side, he was always just naming any of the POC. So the people that were not on the other side were not POC, and Helena is considered to be not POC in this particular house. From what Marty keeps on saying. And then you've seen on, I don't know if you saw on the show, definitely on the feeds, Marty is always asking Summer about Betty and like about other Tanisha, and she's called him out and said like, hey, you only asked me about like the other Black people in the house, like those optics aren't great, like I'm not thinking that you are working together with people because of your skin color, etc., etc. So it is something that hasn't really been shown, but on the feeds it seems as though Marty might be a little bit scared of Black players working together and maybe being a cookout 2.0 or something like that. But he definitely wants to get people of color out of the game.
Well, I mean, his targets the last 2 weeks were 2 queer Indigenous people. And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
For no reason.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Marty. There's a lot of people that love Marty. I'm not a fan of him personally. Not at all. So I understand that sentiment as well, but there's a lot of people that really like him, and I'm just like, really? Why? And people think he's good looking. I was like, what? I'm just not there.
I kind of think he's good looking. Sorry.
Anyways, let's end on that note. Do you have anything else about the episode that you want to chat about, Jojo?
No. I'm really looking forward to feeds. I hope they're on right now.
Me too. They're probably on. I would hope that they're on. Thank you, everybody here in the chat, for hanging out and chatting with us. Ooh, hold on. So why does Josh like Marty? Was that an edit? Well, it's literally because he's the oldest person in the house. I think that he said that he respects his elders and feels like he can learn from them and their wisdom. So
if he leaves, then maybe Jess will like rise after that. Jess is 35. So maybe they'll be the new person.
I was like, what do you mean?
Like, yep.
Well, Josh is very close to Jess, I would say. So I think that they are definitely someone that they want to go far into the game with. So
hope so.
So no, please, I forgot he got out. Jay, yes, exactly. It's not even optics at this point. I'm actively uncomfortable. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, of course. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. By icons in the chat, stay safe. Yes, thank you everybody for hanging out here. If you haven't subscribed, please do us a favor and join and be a part of our little crew that likes talking about reality TV incessantly. We love having you here. So in the comments, will you leave who you think that Gino is going to nominate and who you think potentially his replacement person will be? I'm thinking realistically that it's going to be who Kyle should have done his week, and it will be some combination of Betty, Jess, and Kevin. That's my thought.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts before we sing?
My guess would be Moose, Jess, Betty, Josh, Kevin. I think and maybe Tanisha. I think they're in trouble. I'm worried. He has said her name in the past, so that scares me.
All right. Well, we'll see what's going to happen soon. Thank you, Jojo, for being here. Again, thanks to everybody in the chat. Please leave a comment, like this video, give it a thumbs up, support the algorithm and all that jazz. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday, where I'll be going live with Sarah from Nerdtainment. Bye.